Hello, my name is Aiden Valier, and welcome back to Assassin's Creed 3. Now, last we left off, we witnessed the Boston Massacre and met Samuel Adams. That's pretty interesting. I like that. I always love that about Assassin's Creed, is that they bring real characters, not characters, real people into the game series. And ooh, that was shallow water. I don't think that was actually gonna hurt. Anyway, bring real life people and make them into characters and tie the storyline now. Of course, Tyrant of George Washington, the Tyrant George Washington, whatever DLC. It's a little unfortunate when they make these beloved national heroes and such to Templars and bad guys, but it still definitely makes an interesting twist. So I can't help but wonder if this would happen if you put Edward Kenway's ship. Since of course Edward Kenway is before, since he is the grandfather, obviously came after him, right? I wonder if there's anything on here. Can't really go in anything, so I guess there's not really much to find or anything.
I found him. But I have him. He has ship and a crew, and we'll find out what it was he held so dear. I met him once, that captain. He was 7 feet tall if he was an inch. I tell ya, legs like tree trunks and a smithy's arms. Almost broke my hand shaking it'll know. I could feel it then when I met him. No weapon made by man could harm him.
Okay then. Does not sound like Kenway, so.
Go away!
Said go away, boy! Do you not speak the King's English? Oh, I didn't see you there, old man. I'd have set my home in order if I'd known you'd be calling.
The boy's name is Connor. He's here to restore the property.
Restore? Restore? Pardon my manners. She's still the fastest in the Atlantic. Sure, she needs some attention. Minor things mostly, but with a little affection, she'll fly again.
Who is she?
Who is she? Why, the Aquila boy, the ghost of the North Seas.
The boat.
A boat? She's a ship, boy, and make no mistake about it. I thought you brought him here to restore order. I reckon he's the greenest thing on the frontier.
Connor, meet me back at the manor when you've finished here.
You said it requires repairs. You able?
She does need work. A ship is a she, boy. And yes, I can refit her, but I'm lacking in the proper supplies. Some quality timber would help me get started.
I can see to that. How long before she is able to sail again?
Just get me the lumber, boy. And I'll raise a crew.
Yep, someone tells me I'm gonna have to be the one raising the crew. That was the same way I went up there in the first place. Oh. Wait. Same raccoon as before, that's funny. What if I get my arrow back? There is no knife in his hand. I am interested in how the hell he just skinned it. With no knife. Okay. Give me 1 second. There, okay. Okay, I guess I'm going over the building. Why not? Well, he's inside. I literally could have just gone inside. I feel like an idiot now.
There you are. I've something to show you. Come, take a look.
What is it?
A ledger. It lets us manage the homestead's dealings.
Big book.
And these?
That was years ago. Before the slow fever, before the Templars, before everything collapsed. But that's all in the past. Better we focus on what's in front of us. Take up the ledger, and I'll teach you how it all works.
Stockpile allows you to purchase items from the homesteaders and display the items you currently own. Press enter. Okay. Okay. Now stockpile now contains oak lumber, but the lumberjacks are out of stock. But they should produce more periodically. Okay. Oh, okay, so I can't do anything with that yet. There we go. Okay, wait, hold on, what? Okay. I don't think there's any additional objectives anyway.
Time passed quickly after that. My days a blur of study, training, and work. What little free time Achilles allowed me was spent learning about the Templars, about Charles Lee and my father. I longed to confront them, to put an end to their schemes, to ensure my people would remain untroubled and free. But I knew it was too soon, that to approach them now would see me killed. All my work would be for nothing. Patience, restraint. These proved the most difficult subjects for me.
The one place that had a rock, and I jumped there. Okay. There we go. Okay, I literally glitched out, so I had to freaking. Okay, so I died, came back, tried to restart it and see if I could get that voice line to go again so I could hear the rest of it. And then it was glitching out and it would not allow me to do the mission, so I had to do it again and restart. So I'm gonna have to cut that out in a couple minutes. Alright. Am I be sailing the boat or am I just
Come aboard and feast your eyes, boy. No, not the left foot. Never the left foot. Horrible look. Step with your right foot first.
Okay then.
She is solid?
Aye. Weatherly and sleek. She'll fetch 12 knots in a stiff gale. Ne'er a ship from here to Singapore can outrun her on her best day. What do you say we take her out and show you what she can do firsthand?
Where would we go?
As it happens, she still needs guns and the officers to command them. We'll launch straight away. Don't worry, lad. I'll make sure you sprout good sea legs. Haul in the mainsail! Get up the rigging! Hand over fist! Come on, men! Let's get her out where she needs to be!
Alrighty. Sounds like a plan.
Come on, lad. No time like the present. Take the helm. Double time, boy. It's time you learned.
Oh, I do get to drive the boat. This is sweet.
Come on. She won't bite. You're connected to her now.
Half sail!
Ah! Your killer flies again! Do you feel it, lad? Set a course for Martha's Vineyard. We'll find our guns and officers there. She's a nimble vessel, but the faster she goes, the more cumbersome she grows. And the firmer your hand needs to be. Enjoy this stretch of open water before we come upon those shallows. Call for full sail if you like.
There we go.
Wind looks to be shifting. Stay alert, Connor. Gusty winds can be difficult to manage. Now, take us through these shallows. Careful not to run up on them. The sandbars will slow us down, but the rocks will put a hole through a hull. And if you want to make a quick tack, call for half sail. She's more maneuverable then. Mind those other vessels! Hold your tack to keep your right of way!
Okay, so far so good. Very similar to what little bit of Black Flag and Rogue I played.
Cottages! We're close! Drop anchor! We'll go ashore, buy our guns, and find our officers.
Alrighty.
Oh, hello, Miss Mandy. You're looking every bit as ravishing as I remember.
Ah,
After all these years, you sail all the way to the vineyard to pay me compliments?
We are looking for David and Richard Clutterbuck.
Nice to see you, too.
Robert Faulkner. Where the hell you been?
Sorry for leaving like I did, lads, but where I was going, no one could know. You two working much?
No. Between contracts at the moment.
Well, we're looking for gunnery officers. What would you two say to working with me again?
We'd be for getting into a few more scraps.
Good show.
The Aquila is a fine vessel. We're fitting all the guns as we speak.
Looks like your friend's about to catch a beating.
Where is Charles Lee?
I don't much care for your tone, boy.
Hey, you don't want to be doing that, Biddle.
Bobby Faulkner turned to wet nursing. It's good you finally realize you're a shite sailor.
Whoa, 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 not in here, gentlemen. Better still, not at all. Bobby, take your friends and get out!
Let's go, boys. Our guns ought to be ready. Come on.
already. Just appeared out of nowhere.
What the bloody hell was that about?
The older man is a Templar. Who was he with?
Templar? The young buck was Nicholas Biddle. Nobody.
Wrong button.
Else before the mast. Midshipman for the Crown.
Are the guns ready?
Aye, but we won't jump in over our heads. We'll find a suitable target and show you how they work. We've fitted her with a modest amount of guns to start, but rest assured there's ample room to add more should you feel the need.
Looks like a British frigate with half seas over. Should do nicely for a spotted target practice. Bring around broadside, and when all guns are on target, call fire.
Round shot for a start.
Well done, boy. Now, aim all guns at her bow and do as much damage as possible.
Some old powder in there.
Good. Now give the swivel guns a turn. More precise. Hit those old powder barrels and light up the sky.
Never gets old!
Not bad for a spud, Captain.
You are a fast learner.
Provided something interests me.
Getting a taste for the open sea, are we? We'll make a jack tar out of you yet. Now we should be getting back. The old man is like to have my hide for keeping you out so long.
Alrighty. Looks like fairly open seas here, so shouldn't have too much to worry about.
Why is he shooting at us?
Destroying property of the crown, disturbing the king's peace, take your pick.
What do we do?
Naught else but to fight back. Sink the bastard. Use the swivels on him, Captain! English frigate! Oh, BB Twattle's another one. Where in the bloody hell did she come from? Race! Carry on, sailor. Not bad for your first voyage, eh, boy?
Now we best be getting back, or the old man'll have my guts for garters.
He said something very similar. Okay. You know what these emails that I keep getting in the real world are? I haven't really checked a single one of them, so I wonder.
I got 'em! All of 'em! You get what I need, and I'll give 'em to you. Simple. You got a ship, could find 'em all to boot.
Who is that man?
Him? Some old salt's always on about letters he's got from Captain Kidd. Nonsense, really, but he doesn't hurt no one, so I'll leave him be. Talk to him if you fancy, but be warned he'll chew your ear off. Anyway, the Aquila's here for you. If you should get a pang for the open sea, we'll be waiting. Now, I implore you to head up the hill before the old man comes out of retirement just for me.
3 weeks. And not even a goodbye before you left.
Sorry.
Well, what are you waiting for? Put them on.
Finally.
Once upon a time, we had a ceremony on such occasions. but I don't think either of us are really the type for that. You've your tools and training, your targets and goals. And now you have your title. Welcome to the Brotherhood, Connor.
Awesome. Secrets 5 is definitely a bit longer than the other ones.
Welcome back, Desmond. You'll be happy to hear there's actually good news for once.
Yeah?
I've managed to locate a power source, and it's relatively close by. Up for a trip to Manhattan?
Is it safe to leave? Abstergo's gotta be looking for us.
Obviously it's not safe. Can't exactly sit around here hoping to get lucky, though, can we? We need that power source. Besides, I'm sure you can cook up some way to hide our movements.
Maybe. The Templars have access to all kinds of satellites and camera systems. We'll need to find a way to mask our digital signature. I can probably camouflage the van, too. But there's not much I can do for us.
That's an easy one.
Local utility companies have assured the public that they're completely prepared for the upcoming solar maximum. Disruptions to service are expected to be minimal.
If only they knew.
What's this?
A remote-operated camera. It'll provide us with a feed while you're on mission. This will let us talk to each other.
We're almost there, so listen up. The artifact is in an office penthouse in Lower Manhattan. At this time of night, direct infiltration is going to get you noticed. I think we're better off having you drop in from above.
What do you mean, above?
That's what he meant. There she.
Can you hear me? Testing. 1, 2, 3.
Yep, read you just fine. Now why don't you power up the camera? I've got pictures. Running diagnostics. Perfect. I've got a nice, strong signal.
Is she being funny? Going in from above, I need to find a way to get all the way up to the top. Oh, that's not.
Oh, that's hold still. It's a lovely view.
Seriously, Sean? Fuck you. Jesus.
Look on the bright side. No security to worry about.
And on the not so bright side, the slightest misstep means you're effectively paced.
Shut up, Sean.
Effectively got paste. Shut up, Sean. Question is, what is my end game? I mean, I know I'm trying to drop in from above, but drop in where and where am I getting to?
Almost there, Desmond. Once you reach the top of the lit-up crane, you should be high enough to make the jump.
Should?
It'll be fine, don't worry.
Well, you might want to worry a little. I'm pretty sure she was high when she was running the numbers.
Sean!
Joke. It was a joke. Or was it?
Is that the crane now? Is this the crane? Looks like it.
Jump when you're ready, but wait for my signal to open the chute. Timing's really important here. Too soon or too late, and you'll miss the building.
Wow.
Now! Open your chute, now!
I assume this is where I'm heading towards.
That wasn't so bad.
So, you must be Desmond. Not exactly what I expected, but I guess your kind doesn't have many options these days.
Who are you?
Ask your father. Now give me that.
I don't think so.
Look, I'm not supposed to kill you, but the boss man didn't say anything about fucking you up. So you got to the count of... Oh!
Woo! Ha! Damn. Okay. Desmond's badass.
So who the hell is Daniel Cross?
Believe it or not, he used to be an assassin. The assassin, the way I've heard it told, but it turned out he was a sleeper agent for Abstergo, programmed to infiltrate and destroy the organization.
How did he know you were there? We could be compromised.
They must have caught me snooping inside their network and sent Cross to see what we were after. If they were aware of our current location, we'd know. Though, I will say this. Doesn't bode very well for future expeditions.
I've set up some cameras topside. If anyone shows up, we'll see it.
I'd suggest you go see about finding a socket for that power source. Or we can return to Connor if you prefer. All the artifacts in the world won't mean a thing without the key.
Son, I owe you an apology. I shouldn't have lashed out like that. You have to understand, I've never been very good at this. Never mind that we live rather extraordinary lives.
Yeah, I kinda liked my ordinary one.
You can't escape who you are, Desmond.
So I've noticed.
Look, it's silly for us to go back and forth like this. I admit, I did a shitty job raising you. I apologize, I'm sorry. But it's important you understand it didn't come from a bad place. You're my son. I love you. I guess I was so busy trying to make sure nothing bad happened, I didn't consider the consequences. Truce.
Okay. She's up there. Minerva or Juno? I think it's Juno, though. Okay, so that's not how we get up there. Okay! Okay, enough! Jesus. It's not gonna work the first time. It's not gonna work any other time after that. Is the surface of the sun? Yeah, it is.
In the beginning, when we thought we could be saved, we sought to face the sun's wrath and contain it. 4 towers would be built to pull her fury into this place and dispel it. But even with all we knew, with all we had, it would take too long. 1,000 years we could labor and still the work would not be done. The first tower was never completed. The project abandoned. We moved on. But while we labored on other endeavors, a few returned. They thought to automate the process. Metal might finish what flesh could not.
Okay. Stairs. Okay, downstairs. Oh wait. This way. Oh. Not what I was looking for. Okay. Stairs. Okay, what the hell? What am I missing? What am I missing? What am I missing? No. It's here. Right. Wrong way, dude. That way. My mistake was going that way. To a brick wall.
If we could not meet the sun's cruel embrace, perhaps we might rebuke it. Already we could generate the fields to protect us in times of strife. But these were small and simple things. To replicate them on a scale the size of a world. We lack the energy to make it so. Half the world, they said then. It is better than none at all. We tried. Again, we failed. A quarter, they asked. Even this we could not do. A 6th, an 8th, a 10th, they cried. The answer was still the same. Perhaps in time a city might be spared. But it was time we did not have. So we moved on.
Wonder what's inside.
Only one way to find out.
soon.
What is a fact? Is it fixed? Immutable? Certain in its existence and only awaiting discovery? Or might it be changed? Here we learned the answer, and thought that it might save us. They were used to command, to control, to own. But we soon discovered another use. When enough sat in thrall and were told to believe, their thoughts took on form. What was imagined became real. If 100 minds could wish away a wall or create a tree, what might 1,000 do? 10,000? More? Might we change the consensus and will the threat away? We resolved to send one into the sky where it might illuminate us all. Once placed, a sentence would be uttered. Make us safe. In this way, we would change the consensus. We would save the world. But it never came to be. We sent a dozen of them skyward, but there was no way to maintain control, to direct the beam, to enthrall the world, to speak the words. Though this was strange and dangerous, what we tried next was worse. Our first instinct was to travel back, to change the past. But we could not find a way. But forward, we could look forward. And so here we sought to see beyond ourselves, and know what was to come. First we watched to learn if our work would succeed. But the answer was always the same. So we moved on to other things. But she remained. The one you call Minerva. In time, she too stopped looking, and instead began to speak. She called out across time, in the hopes that you might be saved. She hid messages where none might find them, save for you and those within this place.
Fascinating.
Tired of it. The cryptic warnings, the threats. Just tell us what you want!
But they are. We saw the Nephilim there. We seemed like grasshoppers in our own eyes, and we looked the same to them. Imagine trying to explain all this to a 2-year-old, to a grasshopper. When they said the will of the gods was unknowable, they meant it. Literally.
I killed her, you know. I killed Lucy.
It was the apple, son. It was Juno.
I saw what she was. What would happen if I let her live? I could have stopped myself. I mean, there was a force there. But I didn't have to. I chose to.
Desmond.
Lucy was going to betray us and take the apple back to Abstergo. I saw the satellite launched. I saw them turn it on, and then it failed. Whatever's on the other side of that door, it benefits Juno. We need to be careful.
Doesn't benefit Juno. Juno's dead. Now it's finally explaining that Lucy was a double or triple agent. Templar posing as an assassin that was as a double agent to the Templar. So she was agent. I suppose it's this way then. Wait, that's where I just came from. What the hell? Oh, there's a doorway here. No, there's not. Maybe down here? I am so confused by this place. Wait a minute, this is... I just did this, didn't I? How do I get over there? It's kind of confusing, but I am on the right track. Still very confusing. Oh. There, finally. Jesus. Okay, got it. It's very confusing. Here's what I figured out. This is where Minerva was. I mean, Juno was. What am I here for? Alright, well, I'll have to... I don't understand, unfortunately, but it appears that this is the end of the episode anyhow. Yeah, this will be the end of the episode anyhow, so I'm gonna go ahead and, well, end the episode here. So please check out my other videos if you haven't already. Like, share, subscribe, that thing, that mumbo jumbo. I don't understand what she wants. What does she want? I finally figured out how to get up there, but then I get up there, there's nothing there. So I wonder if I have to find another core and then I'll go up there, but I don't know. It's weird. So, thank you all so much for watching. Please join me in the next episode. But until then, goodbye.